applicability, and we have seen that applicability of BNS is seen in two respects. One was intra-territorial applicability, and for that we have seen if any offence is committed by any person within India, accused can be inside India or he being outside India. If because of him offence is committed, he would be liable under BNS, and this section is based on the maxim criminam trahit personam. What is the meaning of the maxim criminam trahit personam? इसका मतलब होता है the crime carries the person. It means nationality of the person is no concern to make him liable. जैसे हमने देखा था ना कि अगर एक फॉरेनर भी इंडिया के अंदर ऑफेंस कर रहा है then he will be liable. So this inter-territorial applicability is based on the maxim crimen trahit personam, which means that crime carries the person. Then the another dimension of applicability was extra-territorial applicability. In this, three situations are falling, and yesterday class mein we have covered two situations. One was 1 subsection 5 clause A, which talks about Indian citizen who commits the offence outside India. Next was any person committing offence in an Indian ship or aircraft. Place of that ship or aircraft is immaterial, and this 1 subsection 5 clause B is based on maxim communis hostis omnium. Communis hostis omnium means there are common enemies of all. Our 1 subsection 5 clause B is based on the maxim communis hostis omnium, meaning thereby there are common enemies of all. Now let us see one illustration on this, and then we'll move on the third instance. You have to answer what will be the case. Suppose this is the southernmost part of India and this is the limit of territorial water. Territorial water has the jurisdiction of that particular country, और आपके static portion में they could ask you कि ये territorial water की limit कितनी होती है. It is 12 nautical miles. Either they could ask you territorial water की limit or they can ask you nautical miles किसकी unit है, because science is there in the static portion. Suppose this is a foreign vessel and this foreign vessel में a foreigner murdered a person A, and this is a foreign country का vessel, and just after stabbing him, suppose he has stabbed him, F1 has stabbed this person A, and just after stabbing, the ship enters into the territorial water of India, and this person A, और A ने भी struggle किया था, तो he has hit F1. They were brought to AIIMS Delhi for treatment, where ultimately A dies. Now let me know whether on this person F1 BNS will apply or not, because फर्स्ट तो लगेगा नहीं 1 सबसेक्शन 3 इंटर-टेरिटोरियल एप्लीकेबिलिटी, क्योंकि ऑफेंस इंडिया के बियॉन्ड हुआ है. 4 that is the another instance of extra territorial applicability. Fourth instance clause A में that will also will not applicable. Why? क्योंकि accused यहाँ पर इंडियन नहीं है. Clause B will also will not be applicable क्योंकि वो इंडियन शिप या इंडियन एयरक्राफ्ट में होना चाहिए. और थर्ड आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू that is with respect to the computer resource, वो भी नहीं लगेगा. तो यहाँ पर this will not be, this person will not be booked under BNS. It means on F1 BNS will not be applicable. Let us see the third instance of extra-territorial applicability, which is provided in 1 subsection 5 clause C. It says that if an offence is committed by a person and जिस वक्त ये पर्सन ऑफेंस कर रहा है he is on some foreign land, यानी यहाँ पर location of accused is mentioned. This person at the time of commission of the offense is on foreign land. और हमें पता कैसे चल रहा है कि that is on foreign land? In your barrack that term without and beyond India is written. जहां पे भी you find this word without and beyond India, it means they are talking about foreign land. So if offense is committed by a person, again the word person has been used. It means accused can be an Indian or a foreigner. लेकिन जिस वक्त accused offense कर रहा है, and offense किस respect में कर रहा है? With respect to a computer resource located in India. If a person, be it Indian or a foreigner, he is committing any offense with respect to computer resource जो कि इंडिया में लोकेटेड है, और जिस वक्त ऑफेंस हो रहा है he is on some foreign land, then on that person BNS will apply by the purview of 1 subsection 5 clause C. And what is the meaning of the term computer resource? We have सेक्शन 2 का क्लॉज 39 जिसे हम पैरी मैटेरिया क्लॉज बोलेंगे. वी हैव सेक्शन 2 क्लॉज 39 विच वी ऑल्सो कॉल इट पैरी मैटेरिया क्लॉज. पैरी मैटेरिया इज अ लैटिन टर्म जिसका मतलब होता है मैटेरियल इज एट पार. इसका मतलब हम अलोंग विद द BNS किसी और मटेरियल को साथ में रख के पढ़ेंगे. और इन योर एग्जाम दे कैन आस्क यू लाइक इन उत्तराखंड दे हैव आस्क्ड दिस थिंग कि किसके साथ हम BNS को पढ़ेंगे. तो हियर इट इज मेंशन कि वॉट एवर टर्म्स एंड एक्सप्रेशन वी आर यूजिंग हियर इन BNS, लेकिन वो यहाँ डिफाइंड नहीं है. लेकिन अगर डिफाइंड है BNSS में, भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा संहिता में या IT एक्ट में, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट ऑफ 2000, विल बी टेकिंग द मीनिंग ऑफ दोज टर्म फ्रॉम दैट लॉ. दिस सेक्शन 2 clause 39 is saying that whatever terms and expressions we have used under BNS but are not defined, rather they are provided under either Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which for brevity I'll be calling it BNS, or Information Technology Act of 2000, which I'll be calling it the IT Act. So for that we have to refer BNSS or the IT Act as the case may be. It means BNS to be read with BNSS as well as IT Act, and whatever I am writing, it is suggested that you jot down in a notebook so that it is easy for you to revise the thing. I am reading 2 clause 39. Words and expressions used but not defined in this Sanhita but defined in the Information Technology Act of 2000 and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 shall have the meanings respectively assigned to them in that act and Sanhita. And this term computer resource has been given in section 2 subsection 1 clause K of the IT Act. Computer resource क्योंकि जो clause C है वो तब लगेगा if that offense is committed with respect to a computer resource located in India, and the meaning of computer resource के लिए we have to look into the IT Act and section 2 subsection 1 clause K of the IT Act give us the meaning of the term computer resource. For example, suppose हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने as in India out of 4 people 1 is being diagnosed with a diabetes nowadays, तो हो सकता है हमारी गवर्नमेंट एक वैक्सीन ला रही है जिससे कि इंजेक्ट कराने से पीपल आर इम्यून फ्रॉम डायबिटीज, और इसकी इंफॉर्मेशन इज बीइंग स्टोर इन दी हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री के कंप्यूटर में, एंड दैट इज हैक्ड बाय अ पर्सन सिटिंग इन रशिया. तो क्या हम उसके ऊपर ये BNS लगाएं? फैक्ट इज देयर इज अ पर्सन, लेट इट बी R, and this R is in Russia, and being from Russia he has hacked few years back एम्स दिल्ली के सारे डेटास हैक हो गए थे, तो क्या हम उसके ऊपर हमारा पेनल लॉ लगाएं? He has hacked all the data, suppose regarding that vaccination which has been stored in the health ministry के ऑफिस ऑफ दिल्ली. Is he liable under BNS? Yes. Yes or no? Yes, as per 1 subsection 5 clause C. Suppose there is a person and this person goes to UAE and he commits the act of adultery. तो हम क्या करें? उसकी liability करें या ना करें? Next situation is, suppose there is a person A and this is an Indian citizen. He goes to UAE and there he does the act of adultery. So whether on this person BNS is applicable. Second situation is, there is a person B who goes to England. Again, this is an Indian citizen. He commits there the offense of theft, and theft is punishable both under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita as well as England penal laws में, whereas adultery is not the offense under BNS, but it is an offense under UAE penal law. हमारे यहाँ तो नहीं है, but offense है under UAE penal laws. So how to decide the liability of that person? And that is mentioned in the explanation attached to 1 subsection 5 of the BNS. देख लेते हैं इस situation में how liability will be there. And this explanation which is being attached to 1 subsection 5 of the BNS, that is in form of test. ये हमें test देता है. Test of what? How to decide the liability. And हम check कैसे करेंगे? The same act which was committed outside India, the same act which was committed outside India, if that is committed within India, whether that act is punishable. आप ये चेक करोगे, the same act which is committed on foreign land, क्या वो इंडिया के अंदर punishable है? Is that punishable? There are two possibilities. हो सकता है कि वो punishable हो, or there is a possibility that that is not punishable. If that act is punishable in India, then only the BNS will apply. This is mentioned in the explanation कि whatever act is committed on the foreign land, सेम एक्ट को हम इंडिया के अंदर करा के देखेंगे और जिस डेट पे हुआ है उस डेट पे हम चेक करेंगे क्या वो पनिशेबल है बीएनएस के अंदर. इफ द आंसर इज यस then only the liability will be there. So now let us come back to the problem and it is easy for you to answer now. First all example mein where this person A, Indian citizen, has committed the offence, that is the act of adultery. So adultery is no more an offence under BNS. So BNS के अंदर no liability of this person because that is not an offence in India, but UAE penal laws में that will be punishable. अब इसका क्या करें? Theft is punishable under BNS also as well as in England penal laws also. तो इसके लिए we have the doctrine of double jeopardy. देख लेते हैं what this doctrine says. Second वाले प्रॉब्लम को आंसर करने के लिए we need to understand the concept of double jeopardy. Concept of double jeopardy means that no person should be prosecuted and punished twice for the same offense. अगर एक इंसान ने एक ऑफेंस किया है तो उसको एक ही बार हम पनिश करेंगे. ये नहीं कि जब हमने उसको देखा विल पुट हिम इन ऑन ट्रायल एंड विल पनिश हिम. एंड देयर आर मेनी प्लेसेस में कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डबल jeopardy has been given in our constitution of India, that is also provided, which is the supreme law of land of India, जिसे हम ग्रैंड नॉर्म भी बोलते हैं, and that is article 20 clause 2. Along with article 20 clause 2 we have section 337 of the BNS which also talks about doctrine of double jeopardy, which is auto foils acquit and auto foils convict. Along with this we have section 9 of the BNS which talks about limit of punishment, which also give us the concept of double jeopardy, and this is based on the maxim nemo dabat bis puneri pro uno delicto. तो देख लेते हैं स्पेसिफिकली ये है क्या, क्योंकि लॉ इज ऑलवेज रेड कॉन्जॉइंटली. लॉ कभी भी आइसोलेशन में नहीं पढ़ा जाता है. whenever you are reading the law you have to connect that with substantive law. if you are reading the procedural and vice versa you have to connect that thing with the constitutional law because that will give, it has twofold benefit. First, concept आपको अच्छे समझ में आएगा, and the main and the foremost thing you have to achieve the best marks, the good marks in mains, क्योंकि मेंस ही आपके हाथों में है. पीटी is just qualifying round और मेंस तभी अच्छा होगा when you have concept clarity and you'll be interlinking everything so that there is no scope for the examiner to cut marks on that particular point. So article 20 clause 2 says that no one can be prosecuted and punished no one can be prosecuted and punished for the same offense more than once. एक ऑफेंस के लिए एक ही बार पनिशमेंट देंगे. सेक्शन 337 of the BNS is based on the maxim auto foils acquit and auto foils convict. Auto foils and acquit and auto foils convict means a person once acquitted or convicted cannot be tried twice for the same offense. यानी एक बार कोर्ट से जो भी फाइनल डिसीजन आ गया, बीट एक्विटल और कन्विक्शन, he'll not be tried twice for the same offense. क्योंकि yesterday class में we have seen कि maxim से they are asking the question. And section 9 of the BNS, this provides for the limit of punishment. This governs the whole of the Sanhita because this tells us how much is the maximum punishment which is awarded to a person. Suppose a person A slaps B and in the same instance उसे 50 slap लगाता है, is he liable for 50 years of imprisonment for each act of voluntarily causing hurt, या just 1 year of imprisonment for just whole beating? For voluntarily causing hurt, he will be punished just for once. So that all is given in section 9 of the BNS, which is based on the maxim nemo dabit bis puneri pro uno delicto. And the meaning of this maxim is also that no one should be vexed twice for the same offense तो ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डबल जियोपार्डी है, विच इज दी फंडामेंटल राइट, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल राइट एज वेल एज द स्टैट्यूटरी राइट, इट सेज दैट एक बार इंसान को हमने प्रोसिक्यूट कर लिया और पनिश कर लिया तो सेम ऑफेंस के लिए ही विल नॉट बी पनिश्ड. तो लेट अस कम टू आवर प्रॉब्लम, जहां पर पर्सन हैज कमिटेड द ऑफेंस ऑफ थेफ्ट, तो ही विल बी आइदर पनिश्ड अंडर बीएनएस और पनिश्ड अंडर इंग्लैंड पीनल लॉज. और ये गवर्न कैसे होगा? It is ultimately the central government of both the country which decides कि which law to be applicable on that person. और ये हम govern कैसे करते हैं? With the extradition treaty. We used to sign extradition treaty with the foreign country and normally we put the clause कि जिस भी country का नागरिक होगा that country को will deport that person और उस country का law will regulate. This is the normal clause we put it. So it is the ultimately central government which will decide कि BNS to be applicable or Indian penal law, but he will be punished only under once. And normally what happens? He is an Indian citizen, so he will be deported to India and BNS will be applicable.